Da, 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 da. There is so much pain with this internet situation. Oh boy. Yeah, we're back again. Gonk busters. Hey, Thomas. That's terrible, eh? The internet just doing this internet situation. I was crying this morning, I kid you not. I was working on something important that required the AI to go through an entire Unreal Engine project, like 100 gigs, and do indexing. The projects had to be open, and then internet signal just dropped because I'm on like a El Cheapo things on a farm, yeah, and it corrupted the entire project. I had to uninstall everything. Luckily, I had a backup. I can't. I have to wait now till I have internet before I can download 100 gigs. So the internet thing is a real issue. Walk on the prayer path and it stops, It's really painful. It's like really few things that test me, like technology letting me down, because technology is inanimate, but you really struggle, when you're all like your work, your streaming, like everything requires internet, so it's both wonderful and frustrating at the same time. Anyway, hey, Cat Rose, cute man. I like your new name. Anyway, okay. So let's continue from whence we left off. Okay, so we're talking about obedience, through the lens of faith, while we walk on the prayer path here, 8 o'clock each night. And hopefully the internet doesn't drop us here again. Right, so it's very apt that today, day 40, the subject is obedience, because I don't feel, and that's going to be a very important part of the discussion, I don't feel like walking on the prayer path. I don't feel like teaching anything. I don't even feel like being awake. I'm so tired and so frustrated and exhausted. It's a consistent electricity, internet, things that need to be done for the ministry, people who need help. I'm just like, I don't feel, I don't feel like God even loves me sometimes. Does he love? Absolutely, he loves me. But I don't always feel like he does. I feel like every now and then that I'm some kind of object example or the butt of some cruel heavenly joke, like that's how I often feel. I feel like God does betray the righteous. Sometimes I feel like God is a liar, and you think that's blasphemy. But sometimes I feel like it. Today, I feel like I can't turn anywhere without conflict, or, there's just nowhere for me to look or go, or I'm exhausted. Like wherever I look, it's a battle, right? That's how I feel. But if I submit to how I feel, I become disobedient, because all of God's covenants are connected to action. Faith without works is dead. It's the core trigger of destiny. Is regardless of how you feel, you might be stressed right now. You might be a mom with kids everywhere, with so many responsibilities, that kind of thing. You feel flustered, you feel tired, you feel exhausted, you feel these things. But the trigger for the covenant requires obedience, not feeling. So you'll note, especially in the Old Testament, is if you are careful to obey the commands that I give to you today, if you're careful to submit to the instructions that I give to you, you'll be blessed when you come in and blessed when you go out, and everything you do will be blessed. But if you are not careful, so it doesn't require rebellion really, it just requires disobedience, then these curses come upon you. So the curse is just a result of unapplied or misapplied instruction. That's all. You end up at the mercy of what would have happened to you anyway. So a curse is what you are protected from when you're obedient. A curse is not something that God will throw on you. It's the result of living in, on this planet where, the God of this world is the father of lies, and he comes to kill and steal and destroy. So the natural result of not following an instruction is to be at the mercy of the nightmares of this world. So, ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance, it's not stupidity, it's just lack of information. And often we don't know what to do, so we don't do it, and then we end up at the mercy of the natural flow of this dog-eat-dog world, where evil people take advantage of kind people, and if you don't have a strategy, you're at their mercy. You're at the mercy of principalities and powers and rulers of the dark places if you don't know what to do, if you don't know what to say, if you don't know how to act. And that's where obedience comes in. So obedience is not subjugation. It's not heaven bullying you. It's not, because, we're so used to obedience and submission from insecure men and women that it feels like bullying and control. I mean, Jesus says, and both Paul and Jesus, through parables and through direct teaching, say we mustn't lord it over those who we have authority over. We mustn't bully people with our authority, because it happens so much. And then we end up having this assumption that obedience is some kind of ploy from those in authority or from God himself to spoil our fun. Right? And then we kind of avoid commands, instructions, laws. We tend to then rather go sit at the feet of teachers who will teach you overly liberal messages of grace, because that teacher themselves have something called survivor's bias, which I'll explain shortly. And then we believe what we're taught, that we don't have to be intentionally obedient to God, and we can't figure out why every possible nightmare that can happen to a human being happens to us. So obedience is what, can't always save you from the ways of this world, but it certainly shows you a way out and up